Good morning, John Augustine back again. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they took him down from the cross? Were you there when they took him down from the cross? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they took him down from the cross? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when the stone was rolled away? Were you there when the stone was rolled away? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when the stone was rolled away? And by the way, when the stone was rolled away, the soldiers that was guarding the tomb, in case that the apostles removed Jesus' body and made out he had risen from the dead, Caiaphas and his frauds were so determined to prevent anything whatsoever good, but God and Jesus, the second Son of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This is where we can avail of the Holy Spirit when we try to live a good life, chaste life. Anyways, the soldier says angels and noise come from heaven, and the angels, the soldiers got a terrible fright, nearly died of fright, and ran and told Caiaphas and his frauds what happened, and they took the 30 pieces of silver like Judas to keep quiet about it. And Jesus rose from the dead and appeared to many. We know the story. He appeared to his blessed mother first, though we don't hear about that. But he appeared to Mary Magdalene at the tomb. Where have they put him, she says. So I was going to go and find him, and then there was a man there like the blue gardener, and he was Jesus. He said, Mary, oh, she was delighted. And he said to her, tell the apostles what you've seen. And two disciples was on the way to Emmaus, where they live 6 miles from. A nice walk there and any time of the day. And they were sad, naturally. And a stranger had joined them and said, what are you so miserable, so sad about? You must be the only one that knows nothing about it. Jesus of Nazareth. You give us great hope. But now the rest has been crucified. We can't get over it. He was so good. So then the stranger told them all about the scriptures and so on and so forth. And their spirits lifted. Suddenly they were kind of joyful. Don't think they were whistling, but they were near enough to that. And then it was evening time, and the stranger wanted to go on. He said, hold on, it's getting late. Come and join us and have something to eat. All right, he says. Up they went. And the lady of the house was prepared something. And at the breaking of the bread, they recognised Jesus. Oh, no, good one. And he disappeared. Well, back they went to Jerusalem, to the upper room, and told the apostle. But the apostle didn't believe Mary Magdalene, or they didn't believe the two disciples. And when Jesus appeared to them, he let them have it. He said, I sent you messengers. You didn't believe, and he showed him the wounds in his his hand. Then Thomas wouldn't believe unless he could touch the wounds. And then when Thomas was there later on, a few days later, Jesus said, put your hands here. And Thomas did and fell to his knees, saying, my Lord, my God, ashamed of his unbelief. And Jesus said to him, Thomas, Thomas, you believe because you've seen. Blessed are those that haven't seen and yet believe. And that's Catholics doing the centuries to the present day. And we all believe. We say the Stations of the Cross and shed a tear. I have my little book and have one outside as well in the sun house. I'll be going out there now shortly when I feed the birds with the porridge. When I have my porridge, I put that side around the corner because they're all territorial. Robinson, other lads, and see them feeding the birds. It's a lovely sight. I've seen blackbirds feeding other blackbirds, and they look like blackbirds themselves, and maybe they're only, we call them teenagers, but because the blackbirds are feeding them, the birds that see all this. It's nature at its best, isn't it? Goodness. Yeah. Bye now, and enjoy the rest of your day with the sun coming out here. We're blessed. We haven't seen that for a bit. Only in the evening time, and you're winding down at that stage, hadn't you? Bye now.